Have you ever been harassed to such an extent that you get 2 to 3 mental breakdowns in one single day? This incident occurred on 17th of April between 3 to 4 p.m. and it had been happening for a long time. And I will connect all the dots and I will inform about this incident that was just bizarre. I had a really hard time and this video is going to be about that. I'll be using pseudonyms for privacy reasons, so bear with me. And if you're not in the right state of mind and if you need to watch something that is more on the positive side, then I would suggest take a break, watch this later, stay safe. If you're doing your work, you can listen to my story side by side while doing your work. For those who don't know me exactly, let me tell you something about my educational and professional background. So I've done my graduation in English and French from Jesus and Mary College, and then I did my English Masters. After that, I was working with TechM for 2 years as an English language specialist. Post that, I decided I have interest in teaching languages and I enjoy training people. I was doing that side by side while I was working with the company. I was giving freelance English classes. I have given more than 600 people sessions, and I have trained them on the basis of grammar, soft skills, mostly spoken English. So that was my genre and I was really passionate about it. So I thought, let's continue this and let's actually opt for this career option. I went to British Council, I did my CELTA certification, I got myself certified, and then post that I started working with TP as a core training officer, basically a corporate trainer, or you can say a soft skill trainer. I have trained more than 500 agents in TP. I'm speaking about this from an experience. I know how other companies work, and my work philosophy is that if I'm doing something, I'll put all my heart into it because I'm passionate about something. I love what I do. I never do forceful work. If I'm here, I'm here for it. If not, then okay, fine, I'll move on. I'm the type of person who has an OCD. So if something is not right, if something is missing even by 0.3 second, I will be like, why is my podcast away? Why is the audio not clear at the 20th second? And why is it lagging from 0.3 second to 23rd second of the video? So I am that kind of a person who would go ahead and I will fix it. So my OCD triggers me if my work is incomplete. I will stay, I'll get it done, do what it takes to get it done because I am passionate about it. And sometimes when you love what you do, you don't feel like you're working. That was the case with me, and let's begin with the incident. How the corporate world is really like, how corporate can mess you up, how people are plotting against you, how can people play dirty politics and mess you in certain ways, even though they don't mean to, but the intention is always clear in their tone, in their behavior, in actions, and actions always speak louder than words. So let's dive into that. So I have trained pilot batches in UPS, and I have trained agents from day one. I have seen how the process started. I have seen everything and how trainers left, how they came, how they left, everything. Now in UPS, I have trained so many people. I know from wave one that this is how a batch is supposed to go. I was handed over a batch after a couple of months because there was a ramp down in the process and we had enough people. Now after that, I had been given a batch. I was taking care of it. On Thursday, it was my birthday. I had taken a half-day leave. Why? So I wanted to take a full day leave on my birthday, but I couldn't because I was planning to come on that day. On my birthday, what happened was a big mistake. I was out with my parents. I was supposed to first of all have a leave. It's my birthday, and people were like, why are you coming on your birthday? Why are you working? I said, yeah, it's okay, I'm fine, I love to work anyway. Now although I did request a leave, spontaneously, like, my parents decided that let's go out for a birthday dinner, and I was not supposed to do that. I was supposed to just do it over the weekend, but then my family was like, it's okay, you should relax, you should enjoy your day. At the stage, he says, oh, if you wanted to take a leave for your birthday, why did you not apply 1 month ago? You should have applied 1 month ago for 1 day of leave. I said, okay. Well, I did not plan to take a leave. It was something that just happened in the spur of the moment. And then he said, okay, so do one thing, take half day. And then when I told this to one of my colleagues, he was like, did you not tell him that it's birthday, not birth night? I was like, I should have, but it's fine anyway. I love taking batches, I love interacting with people, so why not? Now I took half day off and I was enjoying my day, grateful for my family. We went out for dinner, had a nice sweet time. I came back, I freshened up, I did all those things, I rested. I checked my phone around 12 a.m. I have received a text stating tomorrow the batch is supposed to come in 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. shift. Now this is something that gave me a shock because earlier the batch was doing 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. shift. Half hour is the buffer hour time for the transport. So this is something that happened. I was like, isn't it too late? Is it necessary? I asked her, let's call her Una. So she said, no, but it's necessary because tomorrow they have to give second nature, this and that. And Thursday was the day when second nature was supposed to happen, but it did not. She could not make it, or something happened. So everything was just left for Friday, and I had done everything else. Everything was covered, and a lot of new rules have come in. A lot of new procedures have stepped into the picture. I had to make sure that okay, their second nature is done in a new way. Earlier we used to do second nature on the floor, which I have done. I have helped a lot of agents get that done on the floor, so it's not like I'm completely unaware. I knew it. I was like, okay, I'll get it done, it's fine. So I was okay with it. Now she was not able to do that, but unfortunately she could not, because she had her own things going on, and I don't blame her for that, just that I have been informed. But anyway, moving on. So I get this text, and she explains me, so the plan for tomorrow is this, 7 a.m, do the post assessment, this and this, get done with AI mock calls. I said everything is already done, mock calls are already done. We have practiced, we have been through US top call drivers, we have been through this and that document. And she's like, okay, cool, get ahead and with the post assessment, and then we'll be doing second nature, and then like a trainer from the process team will come. So we work, like I am in the core training team, and then the movement of the batch is such that they first come to us, so we are the first POC, and then they shift to process training. Now we are supposed to get everything done. Okay, coming back to the topic, I am moving away from the main topic. So I said that isn't it like too late to get the batch suddenly shifted? They decided that they should be put in 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. shift, but there is no such shift on the Move and Sync app. I said, how am I supposed to roster them if there is no such shift? So should I roster them for 10 a.m. to 7 p.m? She said, yes, it's important because all these things, all this plan needs to be done. I said, okay. And I gave that information as soon as everything was decided to the SPOC. People who work as customer service associates know that the cabs, if you're taking a cab, they come like an hour or 1.5 hour early. So this happened. People were sleeping, of course, unless there are few. There are always some exceptional cases. So most of the people are sleeping. They're not aware that tomorrow have to come in a different shift. What happens is, some of them have come in 7 a.m. shift. Some of them did not see the message, got their cabs cancelled. Now two types of rosters are there. Now there are two rosters. There's no option to cancel 7 a.m. roster from our end and then schedule and then do a 10 to 7 p.m. roster, because the Move and Sync app was also new and a lot of changes were being made to the process. Now they have two rosters. They do not understand which cab they are supposed to take. Are they supposed to come in the 7 a.m. one, or are they supposed to come in the 10 a.m. one? So because they got the message late and everybody is just used to coming in that shift for the entire week, and suddenly they are being told to come in a different shift just a day prior, not even a day prior, just like in the middle of the night. So everybody is messed up. Some people reach at 6:30 a.m. in the morning, because sometimes cab leaves earlier, and like reporting time is 7, but sometimes cabs leaves around 6:30 a.m. in the morning. Some people came at 7, some people came around 8 a.m. on their own, some people had cancelled their cabs, and some people came around 10 a.m. Now this created a havoc. It was all crazy, and the batch was just pissed off. I was also frustrated that why did you not know about this, were you not informed? And then they told me that no, they had no prior information that tomorrow they're going to be put in a completely different shift. So this happened, and I was like, okay, it's fine, let's not, let's keep our cool, let's keep our calms. Of course, most of them have been marked like no show, and they're frustrated about it now, because it's not good. They will be barred from the services, and if you're not providing the right services, then what are you doing? So due to this mismanagement, there was a whole new pandemonium in front of my batch. I was like, okay, what has happened, it's not in our control, but let's begin from now, and let's get over with post assessment, and let's go ahead, and we'll try to wrap it up as soon as possible. And I want you to kill your second nature. Let's go ahead and do it. And I haven't been well for a very long time, so I was like coughing in between, and then my health was down, and it was a lot of things, but I was still coming to office despite me being sick, because I love to work and I was excited to get a new batch. I was like, okay, I'll do it, it's fine, I'll take my medicine, I'll be on my medication, and I'll come. So what was happening when I did not get a batch, every night I was coming back from office, every night I was getting fever, I'm taking Dolo, I'm taking paracetamol, I'm having it, I'm going back to the office, and same cycle repeats. And then I had basically respiratory infection, so whenever I'm in the presence of AC, it's triggering my cough, and I have to go to the washroom every now and then to cough it out. It's hindering my speech. So, but I still somehow managed. I was like, okay, let it be. So all of that was affecting me, and there were days when I had a lot of migraine and stuff. But still, keeping all of that aside, I was still working. I was like, okay, let's continue. I went out, and my voice was breaking. So of course, I had a strong face inside the training room, but when I went out, I just wanted to let it out. I was out due to the stress and mismanagement and everybody being, like frustrated and just angry. So some people came, they tried to calm me down, they tried to console me. My agents were like, it's okay, don't worry, we'll do it, you don't have to stress, we are with you, this and that. My agents were really understanding. Now after that, let's call him Neo. He is like a risk and compliance guy. So he comes and he sees me crying. So he's like, what happened? So he first tells me, why are you making such a fuss about it? Because my agents were trying to make me laugh. So he thought that all of us, we are just standing out and laughing, and he's saying, oh, there's a live US call going right now, there's a lot of noise coming. So my agents went inside and then they told him, this is the actual deal, this is the matter, this has happened with our batch, and she's stressed out. So then I went inside and I told him, this is what has happened. He suggests me to call our manager. I decided to do, and now I call Neo. He is the manager. So I call him and he has no empathy. As trainers, we're supposed to teach them empathy, and he does not even have E of empathy. He's like, how did they not even see a text? I said, maybe because of muscle memory. They have been coming in this shift and the shifts are supposed to be fixed for the entire week. That's why they came on their own. Did you not text them? Did you not inform them? I was like, I informed them. I was also informed late. It was my birthday. I was having dinner with my parents, and he has no empathy. He did not wish. He did not ask if I'm okay, if I'm handling it well, if I need any help. He's like, talk to Sage. I'm like, okay, fine. So Sage is the AM, and I call him and he's like, he is completely unapologetic about the situation. He's not even acknowledging the fact that it's their mismanagement, and he's like, okay, tell them one thing, that they have to stay till 7:30. 7:30 p.m. There is no other option. Everyone should be in 10 to 7:30 p.m. shift. It does not matter if they have come at 7. They need to stay. And the batch is really getting out of control, Asta. That's what he tells me on the call. I'm saying, I'm sorry, is that really what you think? And then he says, don't worry, I have a lot to discuss. I'll come and discuss with you. I said, okay, but this is not the case. There's more that I want to add on to it. Now, because of their mismanagement, they're blaming it on me and saying that I am the one who is not able to control. But anyway, further issues arose. I had again a mental breakdown. I was crying in front of Neil. I was in the trainer's day and I was just breaking down. But he just offered his support and he said, don't worry, you don't need to break down for these people, just go out, get it done. And he had a word with my patch. He tried to get this all sorted. Okay, post assessment is done. I motivate them. You always stay at the top. You need to show that enthusiasm, you need to show that intelligence while you take second nature assessment. Now they are like, relax, you got it, we'll do it. I said, you need to, they will give you a tense, but you do it in the first attempt. I want you to do it in the first attempt. We have gone through rigorous training. I've taught you a lot of things. I have given you key points, how UPS works, how you're supposed to handle the international customers, how you're supposed to take calls once you are on the floor, and how are you supposed to avoid any sort of Indianism. We practiced mock calls, we practiced top call US top call drivers. I informed them what all soft skills they will be requiring. Everything has been done and dusted, and they are practicing it, they are using it, and I have told them, do it in your second nature. So I tell them to break a leg, and then they go, and then I'll tell you this later about what the outcome was, and they did not disappoint. We go from tower 11 to tower 9 on the 6th floor, and I'm just waiting. I get their AD/ID setup done. So there's another trainer, so there's V, and then there is one person, I'll not take his name. So they are completely aware of the situation, and he tries to help me. He's from the process training team. He tries to help me check that, okay, their AD/IDs, whatever is pending, let me get that checked up, let me get that working. I get their MFA done. I make sure that all of it is done. Then after that, I'm calling the managers. I'm calling Neo. What do you mean they can't stay till 7:30? They have to stay till 7:30. There is no other choice. He says that. So Neo and Sage step in the TR and they brief my batch. They tell them that they need to sit till 7:30 p.m. even if they came at 7 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. or 8 a.m. So they said that. Now my agents are coming to me and telling me, Asta, can you please tell them that I need to go early? We need to go early. We have been sitting here for so long. We can't stay. It's weekend. Everybody has plans. Someone needs to go to their hometown in Banaras. Someone has a family function. Someone has to go to see their mother. And these are legitimate reasons. Now I, as a person, I know that this is a Friday and people have plans. So I said, this is not up to me. Guys, you need to go personally, go and talk to Neo, and I'm sure that he will allow. He allows one girl, just one girl who had a family function, because she was really rigid that I am not going to stay. And I'm glad that she stood up for herself. And she's like, I can't stay. It's a very important family function. He tells her that, okay, stay. You can stay till 6 p.m. After that, you can leave. We'll try to wrap up your assessment earlier. And then Sage from behind says, why 6? Tell her to stay till 6:30. These are the little things that you should know, that they get, I don't know what they get out of this. They get something out of this. Now the agents we are checking that they have not received their second nature link, and without the link, how are they supposed to proceed with it? Now we check it, the other trainer checks it. Then there is another process trainer that has been assigned to them, and the process trainer is not there. So what are we supposed to do? We just wait. What Neo does is he sends them out on a break. It's around 2:30 p.m. I believe. So, or it was 2 or 2:30 p.m. I can't clearly remember. And my memory has started fading away since I have left it. Sometimes I feel I wish I had forgotten all of this. I hit my head by a truck and get amnesia. Sometimes I get that feeling. But anyway, moving on. So, yeah. After my batch has left, everybody is disappointed, everybody is having a long face. And I said, it's okay guys, go take a break. And there were agents who said, I did not need a break, I don't want a break, I want to give second nature now and just leave a little early. It's Friday, and I promised them that we will have like fun Friday, we will have jamming session, because we were supposed to. And we are done with everything, we have covered everything. All the modules are done, all the certificates are done, and some nitty-gritties were left which were supposed to be done in the end, which did not take a lot of time. That was the procedure, but that was also done. Now, after this, I get pulled into an interrogation. Moving on, Neo starts asking me, I need to speak to you, can you come here? And I said, okay. So we are sitting in the TR wall is such that it can open and gets connected to the floor. An active floor. People are there, people have started coming in, logging in, IT people are there, trainers are there, they're on their systems, so they come early. And now the wall is open and the TR is connected to the floor, and people are going and coming here and there. He asks me, why were the modules not done? I said, excuse me, what do you mean? The modules are done. And if you want, I have the certificates on my email and I can send it to you. He said, no, but you are not understanding my question. Why the modules were done on day 4 and not day 3? Excuse me, is there something that I don't know? I mean, the modules are done, what are you saying? And then he says, and why are people taking half days in your batches? Who is allowing them half day? I said, I am sorry, but I have been handling 4 people's job, and why are you questioning all of these things to me instead of acknowledging the fact that there has been such a huge mismanagement? People are getting no-shows, and it is a major compliance when you ask an employee to stay outside their working hours. If they were getting overtime, it makes sense, but they were not even getting overtime. But anyway, now this is something that has happened, and he asked me, why are people taking half days in your batches? And so I told him that there is a girl who is in Bangalore, she has a daughter, and she has, verification, police verification, this and that, she had to go, and she had already left and then informed me. Then there is this person whose grandfather just collapsed. What am I supposed to do? I can't hold them by the chain, they are adults. And then he starts interrogating me with question, okay, what about the modules? He's just coming back at it. I'm giving him the answer, he's just not accepting my answer. And his tone, his nature of questioning, I started kind of feeling those palpitations, and I started crying because I was feeling very intimidated and overwhelmed that why are these two people. Now I'll describe how they look. They are more on the heavier side, and this is like since my childhood I have felt intimidated, and I am afraid of people like that who have such physique. Now, I'm not commenting on anybody that they should not be like this, they should not look like this, but I'm telling you personally that this is something that I am afraid of. And you can't question me that why are you afraid of this? I am in a helpless position that why am I being questioned like this? He starts interrogating me. My tears just start rolling down my face. And I said, I am sorry, but I don't have 4 hands. BHR is not coming. HR is not coming to take a session. As managers, you guys did not come to take a session until the 3rd day when I asked. And then, of course, I'm helping with the IT stuff as well. I'm going out of my way to connect from Noida to Gurgaon location to get a person's salary issue resolved. I'm getting everything done. And shouldn't you as a manager step in and check up on the situation without me asking you repeatedly? And then I am saying this naturally. I have a high pitch. I'm a trainer, so you can't question about my pitch. And it's not like I'm shouting. Now this person, Sage, the AM, he says, okay, why are you shouting? We are on the floor like that. And I said, excuse me, I'm not shouting. And people come, like they're coming and checking in, like there's something going on. And then what Neo says, is there a meeting room? And meeting rooms, they don't have cameras. So they go around, they look about it, and then they find a boardroom, and thank God the boardroom has cameras. I look behind whether the other trainer V is there or not. So there are two trainers. One was the process trainer. He left. And then there is V from our team. And I'm just looking back at her that I don't want to be alone with these two in a room. I am already feeling uncomfortable. I don't want to go alone in there. And then she is behind me. She is walking behind me, but she like already has her own batch. And she needs to handle that. She's constantly also getting calls. Now, we go into the boardroom. And she keeps her bottles and she like steps out because she's getting calls and stuff. Then he asks me with a smirk, first of all, I did not expect this from a tenured trainer to lose control of their badge. I said, excuse me, what do you mean lose control of the badge? I never lost control of my badge. It was your mismanagement. And I completely denied that. Now he started constantly, he has this habit of interrupting. Whatever I'm saying, he's not listening to it. He's just circling back to that one topic. Modules, half days, modules, half days. I'm giving him the answer, but he's just not ready to accept. Now he started just questioning me, and he is like, okay, whatever I'm telling him, he's saying wrong, you're wrong, you know nothing, you are unaware of the process. I said, excuse me, I have taken batches of this process since wave 1 and you have been here for a couple of months. His question was, why are people still doing modules till the last day? I said, there is no one who is still doing modules till the last day. They were doing evaluations. If you want, you can check in the report. Now he's like, but why? I said, even if they were, there have been instances since wave 1 when agents used to give their post assessment and side by side on the systems, they used to do their modules because there have always been a lack of systems. Now, after this, he goes on and I said, you can check, you can ask any UPS trainer, any tenured trainer if you want, that this has been the case. And he just starts bragging about his work, which I'll tell. If you're wondering why I'm looking there, I'm looking at the notes and the emails that I have sent so that I do not fall off topic. Okay, I said that even in our TSO, if you see, so TSO is like a guideline for a trainer that this is all the content that needs to be done on this day, this day, this day, and this day. Now, even in our TSO, it says module number 1, day 1, module number 2, day 2, module number 3, day 4, module number 5, day 6. It was like that. And earlier we used to have batches of 2 weeks. Then it reduced to 8 and 6. Now he just starts asking me, why did you write an email to BHR? I said, because the agents were taking 2 days of leaves, and as per the SOP, I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to inform the BHR that this has been the case. And he says, but why not first talk to the manager? I said, I have kept you guys in CC, and you are the ones who are going to tackle this. I know it first goes to the manager and then to the BHR. You're supposed to check up on it. I said, this is the SOP, and this is what we have been following since wave 1. And then he's like, where is this SOP? I want to check. I said, sure, I will give you the SOP. I have it. And then after that, he is again coming back to modules, and I tell him, you give me a batch, a handover of 30 agents with only 14 systems working. At least get that fixed. There have been multiple times when I have spoke to IT, when I have raised complaints, I have called IT multiple times to get the systems fixed, and I have gotten them fixed in the past. Okay, now, because there is always lack of systems, these things happen. At one point, he just said that, why do you write mails? Why did you write this mail? Why did you write that mail? Earlier, a trainer was scolded for not documenting things. So this time, I had learned from everyone that I'm supposed to be more precautious. I'm supposed to document everything. I was documenting, and I got scolded for documenting it. But why are you documenting? So he's like, I get 300 emails every day. I don't read every email. And I was like, you are taking 4 times more salary than us. Isn't that your job, to read emails, to look up the tasks, to assign certain tasks, and to actually just go through them? I'm sorry, but there's something wrong. And how did you even come to that position if you don't read your own emails? I have 16,000 emails, but I know that according to the SEO, I'm supposed to search these names. I'm supposed to search that this is my line of hierarchy. I'm supposed to go in, type in that name, and read each and every email out from that. I can do it, then why cannot you? Again, then he's asking me questions like, do you know what is VOC? Do you know what is core optimization? And whenever I say an answer, and this is something in me that if you ask me something, I will always give an answer until I'm like completely clueless. So I said this, and he was like, completely wrong. And I was like, maybe I should have kept quiet, but that's not my natural reaction. My natural reaction is to speak up. I am the type of person who has won debates, who has won public speaking competitions since my childhood. Now he's like, okay then, and then again I'm speaking something, again he's like, you're wrong. He's like, you're not aware of the process, you don't know anything. I'm like, excuse me? And you know, he is coming from chat background. He has no idea how live calls work. We are under so much stress, and BPO is considered to be it has always like come in top most stressful jobs, and it is stressful because we need to coordinate with WFM. They are handling live calls, and each and everything that has been said has been recorded, and If you want CSAT on your calls, you need comm skills, you need soft skills. 80% of it is comm skills. Rest is your 20% product knowledge. You need to know how to deliver that resolution. That matters. Knowing the resolution and not being able to deliver it is not the key. Okay, moving ahead. Anyway, so he just kept demotivating me. He just tried to make me insecure. He questioned my position, but I am not insecure. I know what I'm capable of. I know I am self-aware. I know that this is supposed to be done, and I give people sessions on emotional intelligence, and he thinks that he can just play me like that. Moving ahead, this just went on and on. It was like almost for 1 hour, and I said, why are you telling me all of this information now? Why not before? If you had so much problem and if there were so many changes in the process, you should have given me a session before handing over the badge to me. But he's like, okay, we will work on it, we will do this, give me time. And I said that I have been working. I'm doing job of 4 people. Like literally, I'm doing the HR work, I'm taking a session, BHR is not coming to take a session, all of that I'm stating again. There comes a point when he says, when I was a trainer, which was years ago, when I was a trainer, I used to help people with their PAN, their Aadhaar card on the Workday app. And then it just clicked to me. I said, when you were a trainer, Workday was not even there. Because it's true. Workday had come in our company, in our process, 6 months ago. And he is telling me that when I was a trainer, I used to help them with their Workday. You're just straight up lying to my face? How can you? I was like, the audacity of the person, but I was just feeling so helpless and angry, and I was mentally breaking down. Again, I'm constantly crying throughout this interrogation, which has went on for 1 hour. There was not even a single point when I stopped crying. In between, he even says, why are you crying? Stop crying. I'm like, excuse me, I cannot control my tears. You are the one who is making me cry. You are the one who is doing this to me. It was a hellhole. I felt like I'm trapped in hell. I should have just walked out. I should not have them that part. Okay, now I'm not alone with him. Sage is also there, but he's not saying anything. But he's equally a part of it. If you are committing a crime, and if you have witnessed that crime and you're just keeping quiet about it, you are a part of that investigation. Anyway, he continued interrogating me, and he always had that smirk. Like even when he asked me this question, then first of all, I did not expect a tenured trainer to lose control of the badge. You know, like he had a smirk on his face. I can't mimic that correctly, but he had a smirk. He was slightly smiling, and I was like, why is he smiling? Is he a bit like psychopathic? Why would you smile when a person is crying in front of you? Why are you smirking? Anyway, now he tried to question my dignity. He was just trying to make me feel insecure as a trainer. I asked them that, have you even asked me all this time that how have I been doing? I am sick. Did you even check up on me once as a human, if not a manager? Did you? There was no humanity in that room. The moment I stepped in that boardroom, humanity left. He just started pinpointing things on me. He's like, so you were not able to take care of the badge because you lost control, or you were not able to take care of the badge because you were sick? No. And if I'm saying something, he's like, no, tell me one thing. Like, I'm like, no, this is not about one thing. There was a lot going on, and everything is not black and white. I'm sorry. You cannot just blame this on me. You cannot just turn around the table and say it was because of my mistake. It was because of your mismanagement. Now, this was going on, and I said, this is mental harassment. I said that out loud in front of them. Like, this is mental harassment, and consider this the last day of me being here at TP. He's just quiet for a while. He's like, just because of one instance, if you are deciding to leave. I said, it's not about one incident. There was a time when we were receiving anonymous emails, we were being stalked, we were being threatened. I'm not going to disclose that now. I'm not going to disclose it. It's private, but it was threatening. It was a lot. We went through a lot. There have been multiple instances. Safety has been questioned. People's dignity has been questioned. People have thrown certain allegations. It's not one instance. And every time we can't just put a side eye. I've faced so many challenges, and there has been always a change in hierarchy. Now, keep this in mind that there were so many managers who came in and out. He is questioning me about being a trainer. What about you being a manager? You have been a manager for 2 months, and you're saying, oh, I have never come across such a case. Of course, how would you? You have been a manager just for 2 months. How would you? And you have from Mohali. This is UPS Noida branch. This site started 2 years ago. Things are different around here. Things are starting here from scratch. He just says all of this, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but I have experience. I'm saying this from experience. I've not seen this in any other company. This is not how management works. Even in TP Gurgaon, people do their job. Each and every department does their job thoroughly and rigorously. It's just here. And then after that, he just goes Like, and then I tell him that if I want to teach, I can teach anywhere. I am certified, I have enough experience. I've taught people double the age that I'm training right now. It's not like I can't handle it. It's because you were the one who did not inform me. It's because of your mismanagement. Things were going right up until now. Why did you just come up to me on Friday and questioned everything? If you wanted to, you could have come earlier. Why today? Now my family has a very important say in this, especially my dad. He says that all of this was calculated. This seems very planned and intentional. The smirk, the questions, the style of interrogation, this is not how a feedback is supposed to be given. This goes on, we try to end it. He says, okay, I'll work on it, give me some time. And then in the end, he has the audacity to ask me, now will you take a batch? You know, now this is supposed to be done. I said, excuse me, after this I need a break, and consider this my last day. I told him right then and there that I am compromising my health for what? My condition, my medical condition has been deteriorating day by day. I was compromising that because I love taking batches. But after this incident, no, I am not going to do that anymore. Now in the end, he continues to ask me, like the entire time, it's almost 4 p.m. He's asking me, and why did you want to leave the batch early? Is it because you want to leave early? I said, excuse me, that is not the reason. You're comfortable in making someone do 14-15 hours shift, but you're not okay with taking accountability for the mistakes that you have done. Okay, in between, towards the end, she comes and she like handed over her toilet roll, and I'm wiping my tears off. My face is, my eyes are red, my face is all bloated, constantly tears are rolling down my face. And if someone like checks, I told BHR to check the CCTV footage from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. on 17th of April. And if someone even sees that, they'll see that why was this done, and how can a person be so inhumane that if a person is crying, you're telling the person to stop crying and you continue to interrogate. Like, how inhumane can you have to be? They did not even ask if I'm okay. It's just, in the end, that sage offered me water, and then that's it. I walked out, and that's it. I went to the batch, everything was being done, sorted. They called me, I was on my system constantly, I was getting multiple calls that come outside, we are doing Fun Friday. Okay, yes, second nature. So second nature, my batch was done by 4:45 p.m. All of them, they did their second nature so well. And most of them said that we got it done in the first try. You motivated us, you said, and it's always because of your energy, your motivation, that we got it done in the first try. Thank you so much for that. I felt so proud that it's my batch, it's my people, I trained them. They should be proud of themselves as well, because they are the ones who inculcated all of the things that I taught. They were coming in, they were telling me I got 94, I got 92, I got 87, I got 83, I got 84 on the first try. It was good. I was like, wow. Even people on the floor, they give 3 tries and they still can't get an 80, and 80 is the passing. So I'm like, great, I'm so proud of you guys. They called me outside for Fun Friday, and that was the only moment when I felt peace for like a couple of minutes. I felt that Mother Nature was with me, and she was feeling what I was feeling. So like, there was crazy thunderstorm that day, like purple thunderstorms and just crazy wind, and I was like, now I need to feel some peace. So that was the only moment my batch tried to make me feel good about it, and I was happy. They were coming and telling me, can you write a mail? There's so much mismanagement, and Sage talks rudely to us. There are times when he says, एक बार में समझ नहीं आता है क्या, बार बार क्यों पूछना है, you know, things like that, and he'll give them looks and stuff like that. So they had complaints regarding him. I said, I'm sorry, but I cannot do that because this will come under instigation. I would suggest you stand up for yourself. The batch went to the BHR, and I was also called. I was there, and the person at the BHR, I'm not going to reveal her name, she was really helpful. She suggested me go and talk to Paige. Now Paige is the director of the training team. I go on the 4th floor, she's not available, so I go to the head BHR, the Noida location. Now they see I'm still crying. I have had 3-4 mental breakdowns. I'm still crying, my eyes are still red, my face is still bloated, and it happens to me. I'm allergic to something. If I ate something wrong, or if I'm being harassed, or anything is wrong going on in my life, my face just blows. So they saw me and they're like, you want a seat, you need water. They gave me water, they gave me a seat, take your time and then talk. So this is how a person should be treated, this is how a human should be treated, and I was not treated like that. Anyway, so I told them everything and said, don't feel guilty about going to BHR, don't feel guilty about informing us, and don't feel guilty about reaching out to your hierarchy. You did the right thing by documenting, and don't worry, give us some time, we will investigate, we will check the CCTV footage, everything will be checked, give us the timing, the room, the location. I gave them everything. I later on in a discussion with the director. Now I come after 5 days because again my health was so bad, it had gotten so bad post this incident as well. Now Sage is saying, the AM, he's saying, you already took 5-day leaves, why do you want to take more? Okay, he said that, the comment he passed. And my director, we had a connect, so Sage tried to say that it's something that you're painting him in wrong light. This is not what his intention was. But yeah, he was smirking, but this is not what his intention was. I said, this is not the way. The director, she asked me a couple of questions, that there's a learning in this for both of you guys. Don't worry, I'll keep you away from Neo. I will make sure that he's nowhere near you. I said, but we are working in the same team. I will come across him, and I am on medication. My doctor has recommended me 30-day medication. I need rest. Every night I'm going home, I'm getting migraine fever, my nose is blocked, my throat, I'm getting cough in my throat because of this AC. It's triggering my allergy. She's like, take more rest, take 5 days of more rest, and then come back. Tell me one thing, like, why were you crying so loudly? If you wanted to cry, you could cry silently. Like, she said it in a very humorous, light toned way. And I said, how can you tell someone to cry silently? That's not something that a person is in control of. He was the one who made me cry like that. And then why are you not questioning him? So she said, don't worry, I will have a meeting with him and let's get a discussion done with BHR. I said, I don't want a verbal discussion. I want a tab issued to him. If not, my dad has said that we are going to the authorities. This was full-on mental harassment. This is not okay anywhere. She says, even if you leave the company, even if you go somewhere else, you will find the same sort of people. This is what Neo also said, that if you go somewhere else, this is how BPO runs. This is how it is. We are still trying to make it work. What if they don't even make it work and they are just like this? And that's when I had said that I have multiple opportunities. I know my capabilities. I know that I'm talented. I can literally start a bike riding group and start doing that. I can go back to freelance modeling. I can be a fashion influencer, or I can just start writing articles. I can do plenty of things. I can do freelance English teaching. I have so many things that I'm passionate about that I can do. Anyway, now she says, okay, but it's not necessary that you always get work from home, you know. So take rest. I'm not letting you leave. You are a good resource and I'm not letting you go like that. You're not leaving the company. She said that and we ended the meet. I just felt helpless again, but I had submitted all my documents, all my medical documents, my x-rays, showed her my medical report. She was not even willing to see my medical report. I had a file in my hand. I said, please go through this. I'm not in a condition to work. I won't be able to continue. And she's like, darling, this is an industry. This is a money-making industry. I said, but I did not pay for this. My dad is a government officer. We get it done from the government. We only pay for a few things where the CGHS policy is not applicable. Everything else is, I got it done for free. I did not pay for it. And all of it is legitimate. You can check. She went through it. She saw that my PCV level is down. My MCV level is down. My NCHC level is down. RDWCV is down. Hemoglobin is down. Now all these things are down. They are in the red section. Of course, I cannot show it to you, privacy reasons, but all of this is going wrong. I'm mentally being harassed. I'm physically not okay. All of this is going down the rabbit hole and I'm just not feeling it. So after this, I go to the manager stage and he's like, and you were coming today for BHR discussion in half day. You did not tell me. I told you to, na. Why would you want to know? I'm not coming here for work. I'm coming here for a discussion. Anyway, now in the end, I write an email with all the supporting documents, medical documents. I tell them the timeline. After a couple of days, they decide that, they tell me that they have taken action against this person. They have taken action against Neo. But then they tell me that I ask, what action have you taken? So they tell me this is confidential. I said, how can it be confidential? Confidential is to an outsider. Perpetrator of the crime is there and I am here. So how can it be confidential to me? I was astonished by the fact that I have no idea why are they playing such games with me. How could you? And then I asked for it, like, what action has been taken? They don't reply. They said that we have had a discussion with them and we have given him a warning. I said, is it a written warning or is it a verbal warning? And they have said that this case was documented and it is on the records. And I'm happy that people should know, if you do such things, there will be repercussions. You cannot just go away with it. People should know that if you're planning and plotting and if you're playing dirty politics and if you're trying to bring down a person, people should know that there are always consequences to their actions. Don't just get away with it. Okay, I have said enough. I'm again rambling. This has triggered me, but anyway. What bothers me the most is that I was in the morning shift and most of my colleagues were in evening shift, but I stayed there till 10 p.m. that day. My shift got over at 7, but I was still there till 10 p.m. And they called me to ask about a DCT failure case, whether I had raised it on workday or not, 5-6 times. But they did not even give me a single call when I had to roster the batch, when I had to actually inform them. They could have called me multiple times and I would have done it even on my birthday. They did not. This was a very calculated move. Now, my birthday got ruined. I could not celebrate it even on the weekend. I cried on my birthday. I did not even cut the cake. After 2 days, I was cutting the cake. My parents were like, what happened? What happened? I told them everything. And my dad is by my side. He has said that if they are not doing this and if you're not taking a specific action, they're not informing, we are going to the authorities. So my birthday got ruined. I could not even celebrate with my colleagues, and I feel that in corporate nobody's your real friend. Nobody's there. Why do I have to ask for things? Can we meet? It's been a long while. Let's just celebrate my birthday. I could not celebrate. I was just so... I went in depression. And till this day, when I think about it, it just makes me angry. It makes me want to cry. But not anymore. I have decided to be strong. I was just so done that even when you need the support of some people and then they're not there, you know that how it feels. You know that if there are small gestures that they can do to make you feel happy, if someone wants to make you feel happy, they can go out of the way. I did not even receive a single gift, and I'm so thankful for my family members. They were there with me. They stuck by my side. I feel that there is no real friend as such. I did not receive anything else on my birthday. I got stress, I got trauma, I got mentally harassed. Till this day, I feel that my birthday has still been ruined, and I did not even get a proper farewell. In corporate world, nobody is real. Everybody has a facade. I at least deserved a good farewell, and I did not get that. And I still feel till this day that it's okay, it's done what's done. My agents still, they decided to do something for me. I can't disclose that, but I am happy that they were happy. They were sending me voice notes. They were telling me not to leave. They said that we are here because of you, and if you need anything else, I'll be there by your side. We'll be there by your side. They were even saying that if you want, I can just remove this ID card, go beat the guy. I said, you don't need to do that. Let me handle it. One thing I love, no matter how the management sucked, like, I know the management sucked, but I love the bond that I have created with some of the agents. Like, I feel that these are the people that I'll never forget in my life. There were some really nice people that I talked to. They kept me alive. They kept me happy. Now, I know that this is a fake world. Nobody should get attached to anyone. Nobody's real. I've decided to just work on my health, and that's what I've been doing for this month and the last month. And there was something that had happened and it triggered me. I'm not going to disclose right now. I have written a formal email regarding the follow-up of the action that they have taken against Neo. I'm still waiting on that, along with another thing that's been going on. Let's see. I'll keep you guys informed, and that is it for this video. I know that I was supposed to upload a gaming video, but a lot of you were asking that what happened, are you okay? So I just wanted to get this out there. I also wanted to get this off my chest, because this is something which has scarred me for life. Anyway, I hope that you learned something from my experience. If something similar is happening to you, please don't be afraid to speak up. There will be actions taken if you decide to speak up, and there will always be repercussions that people will face. We are living in a fast-paced life, so this is something that's important, and healing is important. So yeah, that is all. I hope you get some key takeaways from my story, and this is all I have to say. Thank you. Stay safe. Bye.